Hey everybody, it is January 18th, 2020. It's Saturday, and this morning, the Grices, Francesca and the younger two Grices, Garrett and Clara, arrived early in the morning not early in the morning, they left early in the morning, like 5 o'clock. They arrived, obviously, kind of late morning here in Dallas, and are hanging out for the weekend. It's a 3-day weekend for them because Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so no school. So they arrived late in the morning, and immediately Dominica and Francesca ran out to go shopping because we have the Winco and the Once Upon a Child, and they like to do all the shopping up here. So that's a big thing for Francesca when she arrives. So they did that, and that was a big part of the day. They were out doing shopping stuff lots and lots of the day. The kids played a little bit as like groups, but the VR remains so popular that pretty much the VR was set up the instant that the Grices arrived and remained in continuous use the entire time they were here, and everyone was just taking turns on it forever, including even while the kids were here, Paul still used it the most. Liesl used it quite a bit. It was quite busy. I still have not used it in weeks. Ever since there was that one problem when I tried to find games, I've given up completely and I've stuck to it. I mean, I'm busy, so it's not something I'm going to spend time on. I did quite a bit of work today, stayed quite busy working, did a lot more Raspberry Pi hardware homework today. I think I got some cool design stuff down that's going to be really neat, and was able to build some computers for far cheaper than I had expected. So I'm happy about the work I did today. That was cool. Overall went pretty well. And then this evening, Paul offered to watch all of the kids. Kat and Taylor came over. I actually worked until the moment they arrived. I was still working, and Paul needed me for work, so I kept trying to get ready to go out, and he's like, no, we got more work to do, and there's just so much work that even on a Saturday, there's no time to relax. But by about 9:30, I think we were able to get out the door. So Dominica and Francesca and Kat and Taylor and I loaded up and headed to Station 4 in Oaklawn, which I drove down to, and we went out to Station 4 to the Rose Room, watched the show. Normally, Rachel and Forrest would join us, but they're both out of town in Missouri this weekend, so we haven't seen them. And Francesca had a really good time at the show. It was good, same as it normally is. It doesn't really change, which is kind of my thing. The show at the Rose Room for me is very, like, it's cool once, and it's neat when you have special guests and stuff, but for the most part, it's the same show or basic framework of the show every time, and not my thing so much. I mean, I had a good time, but it's not, I'm just not really into it, but they're all really into it and love it, so we had a nice time there. And I really like the venue, and I really like the people. It's just a show like that, right? There are things that it's kind of like Pete's Piano Bar. Yeah, it's unique every time, but it's not completely unique. It's mostly a framework, and unless there's something from the audience that changes things, it's pretty predictable. This is not that bad, but it gives me the same kind of feeling of like, okay, I can only do this so much. Whereas a lot of people really like it every week, which blows my mind that it's like the venue and like getting to know the people. I get all that stuff, but it's just too repetitive as a style of thing for me. Anyway, we did that, stayed out until they closed, had a really nice time. Francesca drove us back, so I was actually able to drink there, which was a nice change of pace. And we got back at about 2:30 in the morning. So fun night out, something we don't normally get to do. I think Dominica and Francesca really appreciated that there was a chance to actually party and do stuff for a change. So that was our Saturday. Lots of work. Kids are having a good time, but far less time spent together than usual. And tomorrow we're going to be doing the family birthday party for Liesl at Free Play. So I'll bring that to you tomorrow.